Good morning. My name is Abisola Akishiko, and I am so excited to have you here with me. Thank you for coming. And I hope that you watched my first session in this symposium. You can always use the resources in that first video. Now, let's get to today. What am I teaching today? You are going to love this. Today, I'm teaching how to get full funding for your graduate study. Exciting, right? Yeah. So, the question is, how do I get full funding for my graduate study? I have gotten that question more than 100 times because people love to study in the United States and Canada, in the UK, in Australia. But the big question is, how do I fund it? And I tell people, yes, you can fund your dream. There are ways around it. So let's get to it. These are the two major learning objectives for today. By the end of today's lesson or session, you will understand how to know, recognize, sort out schools and departments that are funding for prospective international students like you, and how to locate professors. Now, so the first one is how to locate schools and departments and programs. But the second one is how to also locate professors and link up with current funded students in your proposed university. Exciting stuff. Now, let's get in here. So the first thing is, how do you know schools and departments that are funding for prospective international students? I will be demonstrating that to you in a moment. First example I like to share with you today is the Washington State University. But before we get there, let's go back a little bit. You start with webometrics, right? Let me give it to you. Webometrics.info, right? Then go in there. Ooh. Now, Webometric is a good resource, just like the other websites that I shared with you in the first video. If you have not listened to that first video, you got to go check it out, because by the time you are done listening to me and seeing my demonstrations of how to locate universities, you will be clear on how to find a university for yourself. But today, let's take it one notch up. Today, are you ready? All right. Today, if you get on the webmetrics, like I said, look at that. That's North America. This is Latin America. This is Europe. This is Asia. This is Africa. It provides schools for you in all these places. But let's pretend that we are going to North America. And now in North America, we have Canada and all of those names. Look at them all the way down. Take a look at them all the way down. Now, North America, let's do United States of America, and let's go to Washington State University. Now, take a look. There's so many Washington State University. Washington University, St. Louis, University of Maryland. Can you see all of them? Yeah. But we are going to number 79. 79. Oh, wrong. Are you with me? Just take a look. Just take a look. I'm coming back to this one. But can you also see that you can also click several pages of this? Now, let's get back to Washington State University Pullman. Now, it gives you this link. I like these web brands because they also provide you with links directly to the university. Now, click that link. Now that you are here, fix your gaze on academics and admissions. Academics, admissions. Good. Now, Let's take a look at what we have in academics. Are you there with me? Take a look. Now, look at this. Good. Look out for graduate student research, international students, and the likes. Now, because you are an international student, let's click that. It says future students, right? Cool. But let's look for the font. Let's find the font. Look here. Let's look at cost and scholarships. Can you see that? International student tuition and fees. We have the cost now. But let's look for scholarships and funding. Look at you. Good. Now read this. International students are automatically considered for scholarship upon their admissions to WSU. You may also be eligible for a variety of other awards from the university. Now let's go to employment. As an international student, you have the right to work on campus. Yeah. For maximum of 20 hours, right? During the semester. The rule is slightly different in summer because they allow you to do more. Yes. But you have to check in with your international student office, right? So, look at that. Many international students have opportunities to work on campus. If your I-20 was issued by WSU, you are eligible to work on campus while you attend your university. Now, let's now go for GTAs, GRAs, and TEs. How do we find such funding? So, let me take you a bit further. You've seen this before? You've seen this before? Right. Graduate student assistantships. Look at that. Let me take you out. So, this page describes all the kinds of graduate student assistantships that this university has. Graduate teaching assistantships. Your primary duty will be to teach and to serve as a teaching assistant. The TA may assist faculty in teaching undergraduate courses and labs, grading examinations, problem sets or lab assignments, setting up displays for lectures and labs, or preparing or maintaining laboratory equipment. Can you see that? Then, graduate research assistantship is an opportunity in which a graduate student is engaged in research under a faculty member's supervision. Look at all that. Then we also have the graduate staff assistant. Now, let's take a look at something that is very important to us, assistantship tuition waiver. The reason why assistantships are good is because they will waive your tuition. Look at it. Eligible for full tuition waivers, right? And they say students appointed a quarter-time assistantship, that's for 10 hours, are eligible for half tuition waivers. So, assuming you've applied to a couple of schools and there is a school that is giving you 20 hours appointment and another school that is giving you 10 hours appointment, you already know that the 20-hour appointment will waive your full tuition. Here is a caveat though, that your tuition is waived does not mean that you would not have to pay fees, but those fees are not as much as the tuition. The tuition is what you need assistance with paying. The fees are not that expensive, and since you will be paid bi-weekly as an assistant or for any kind of assistantship, you will also have money to take care of yourself and money to also do other things. Yeah, it may not be lavish payment, but at least you will be able to manage. This is the kind of funding that I tell people a lot about, and it's a good one because it democratizes the idea of funding such that more people can have access to funding. Do you get it? Yeah, that is that about that. So let's wrap it up on Washington State University. Look out for the next university that I'm going to be showing you. You are going to learn a lot. Stay tuned. We are on Webometrics again, and now I want to take you to this amazing school right here, Northeastern University. Let's take a look. So, where are you, Northeastern? Right here. Okay, so when I click this link, then it takes me to the organization, Northeastern University. Just before I continue, in your search for universities, what words can you use? I just want to reiterate these again. These are words that can help you in your search. Number one, financial aid. Number two, funding. Number three, scholarship. Number four, grant. Number five, associateship. Number six, teaching assistantship. Number seven, graduate assistantship. Number eight, research assistantships. Do you get? Yeah, there are many more words that you can use. Okay, but if you can use these words while doing your search, you'll be more effective. Now, we are in this university, Northeastern University, and we scroll down, then we see undergraduate and graduate and doctoral. Let's take a slide at graduate. Are you with me? Yes. Can you see we have financial aid here already? This is one of the words that I just mentioned that you should look out for during your search. Now, you see, many times you will see this kind of funding, right? But that's not the kind of funding that we are looking at. Usually this is for citizens of the United States, okay? But this is fellowship opportunities, right? But now take a look, assistantships, right? Look at that. Some assistantships are promised at the time of acceptance. Others may be awarded at any time. Prospective students should visit their desired college's website to determine what they are eligible for. Can you see that? So this one says go to the web page of your department to determine what you are eligible for. Now, here is a caveat. Some universities will state it up front. I'm going to give you one example like that, where they state it up front that if you have admission to a department, you are automatically funded. Most English language departments are like that because they do a lot of teaching. General studies teaching, introduction to writing teaching, right? And they need people to do that work. So, but there are departments that are not like that. The same thing with many science departments, STEM departments where people are conducting research, right? They have automatic funding for students, and some may not even have automatic funding. If you are in a situation where your university does not give automatic funding, there is a way around it, right? And I am going to teach that. How do you go about it when your department doesn't say that we have automatic funding for you? You can reach out to professors. That is going to be something I am teaching very, very soon. So come with me on this one. So this university also states this: research assistantships, teaching assistantships, stipend graduate assistantships. Can you see that? So these are things that this university offers. So a university of this nature is a place that you want to look deeply into, where you can already see that the opportunities are kind of endless. Now, let's find other things in this school. So I did a search. Now I am on northeastern.edu. Then I see a search button here, and then I use this search button. and I type in GRA and GTA. In fact, it's not even correct, but it brought out something for me. Now, still what I have here. It takes graduate tuition and financial aid. Look at that. I also said something about financial aid, right? Cool, cool, cool. We have assistantships here again. These are things you would want to read, right? You want to read this. So, look at this. The Graduate School of Engineering offers full-time graduate students various types of highly competitive funding awards based on merit, as well as prestigious fellowships. Look at that. So, now, also, the Graduate School of Engineering awards stipended graduate assistantships. Yes. Now, look at that. Awardees are offered a stipend, health insurance waiver, and tuition remission for approved coursework. In exchange, students must work 20 hours per week for the applicable semester. Stipends are considered taxable income. And here they also tell you types of SGAs. Student Graduate Assistantship. That's what they call it. Can you see that universities name these things differently? So you can be a GRA, right? Graduate in addition, academic departments, and are available to students with proficiency in teaching. So I want to sit a little bit on that. Proficiency in teaching. Many of you, if you are from Nigeria and Ghana and maybe some other countries in Africa or other places, maybe you did that 1 year thing that your government demands of you. For example, let me just use Nigeria as an example. After you graduate, you are expected to serve the country for a year, right? And many of the graduates are sent to schools to teach. You see that your teaching experience that you gain for 1 year, or all those your minor teaching experiences here and there, is valuable, especially when you are applying for graduate teaching assistantships. Can you see now? So it's not a waste. Maximize it, right? So this position would generally require the performance of teaching-related duties such as grading, conducting recitations and laboratories, and occasionally teaching undergraduate classes. So that is that about that. Let me see if I have something else for you that I have opened up already. In this university, they have African Student Access Scholarship. Wow. This is Northeastern University. Take a look. So I think when I typed in GTA GRA as my search term, and you can use other search terms, then it also brought me that opportunity of African Student Access to Scholarships. See, as part of the African Global Initiative, Northeastern University has instituted the African Studies Access Scholarship for academically outstanding students. The scholarship offers a tuition scholarship to meritorious students from African University who has been admitted into a graduate program. Yeah. So look at the eligibility. Yeah. The only thing about this is that it only covers 50% tuition scholarship. 50%. If maybe you have money and all you need is just a 50% kind of tuition, this might be something you want to consider. But some of us, that's not what we want. We want full funding. Alright, now let's get back to these. I have shown you this before. Now let's look at other forms of funding here. Assistantships, scholarships. Take a look. You will need to sit down and do a study to see what will fit you. Fellowships. Look at that. Look at that. I must mention that if you get admitted into universities in the US and you are a good student, you study hard and your grades are good, you will be eligible to also apply for other fundings on campus, even as little as $500. Do you get? Yeah, by the time you apply to this, apply to that, you put the money together, then You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah. That is that about Northeastern University. And don't forget, we're at the College of Engineering here. If I have any engineering person here, this is good for you. So, I am taking you to another very useful example. I will say, stay tuned. Let's take a look at another university. Now we are back again on Weibull Matrix, right? And then we click university, and then we come to here. University here, and then we have the link, right? When I click that, it takes me to the university. I so like the caption, be bold, be true, be you, right? I love that. I love that. Can you take a look? Now, as usual, we go to academics, admissions, academics, admissions. Good. We can go to graduate admissions, we can go to financial aid, we come to academics, we go to graduate programs and all that. But for today, let's do admissions, and let's do graduate, and let's do financial aid. Graduate admissions. Can you see that? I think let's go straight to, let's go back. Let's go to financial aid. That's what we came here for. Let's not pretend. Dare to dream big. Invest in a university that invests in you. Okay. Interesting. Let's go to graduate. Let's look at type of aid. Take a look at this. It says most aid for graduate students is in the forms of loan. You must be taking at least 6 credits in a degree granting program to receive federal loans. But that's not what we want. We are not looking for loans. No. This is what we want here. You may also receive assistantships from the graduate school or your department, right? So skip loans to assistantship. This school also offers assistantship, right? And they say to get one, contact your academic department. Can you see? So for this kind of school, you have to contact your department. All right. Let's take a look at summer aid. Let's look at summer aid. Okay, so let me give you very useful information here. Most schools will actually provide you with GTA and GRA through fall and the other academic semesters, full academic semesters. Summer may not be included. Yeah. And if you are really smart, you may want to think ahead of summer, and that is around ending of May, June, July, beginning of August. So if there is a school that is providing summer aids, I think you should look into it. Yes, look into it. So there is so much more that you want to look into for summer aid. Anyways, let's get into this. Graduate teaching assistantships and financial aid. Now, I am in a very unique department right now. That is Department of Music and Dance. Right. And here they say that all graduate students entering the department are automatically considered for teaching assistantship. Did you see that? Look at this instruction. All grant applicants are strongly encouraged to apply for funding through a this, and same time they submit the application for admission. Okay, now each university with their unique instructions. Now let's take a look at this deadline for TAship application form. In some schools, you do not have to apply for TAship separately. It is just your application and they will consider you automatically for assistantship. But in some universities, you will do your application and you will also still have to apply, right? You need to find out what works for your uni. So, December 1 is the deadline or priority consideration. By priority consideration, it means if you are able to submit by this date, will be prioritized. Your application will be prioritized. But it doesn't mean that if you do not apply by this day, you can no longer apply. Do you get it? Yes. Okay, now they are providing details of the appointment here. 95 coverage of student health benefit plan. That is good. 95% is good. Appointment for 10 to 20 hours per week. Good. Watch out for 20 hours. That is better for you. The hourly wage stated, okay, and it is assigned for 38 weeks of the academic year, beginning early in September and ending in late May. Do you see it? That is why I talk about the summer thing, that if you find a university that can also cover you in summer, good. But if not, take what you got. If they can cover you from September to May, that's a good place to start. You can always, when you get to the campus now, search for other fundings. So there is so much more here that you can also look into. But that is the end for this amazing university that I am just showing you, UMA. In the next one, I am going to show you another thing that is very unique. Stay with me. Right. This is the university I want to show you now. It is North Carolina State University. And after this, I will show you one more school, and that is going to be the end. Are you ready for this? Okay, let's get back to webometrics.info. Of course, North America, and then we find the school. Yes, in North Carolina. You click the school, and then it brings you here. You have the link of the school, and then it brings you here. This is North Carolina University here. As usual, we go to admissions, academics. Admissions, academics. Okay, are you ready for this? Let's click it. Majors and careers applications and aids. Remember, this sounds like what we're looking for. Let's come to academics. Graduate sounds like what we're looking for. So let's go back here. Let's go to applications and aids. What aids are available in this university? Let's see. Graduate admissions. Find your passion. Start your application. Okay, so you already know, if you want to start your application, you know where to go in any university you go, right? Yeah, good. If you've stayed with me this far, then I applaud you. You are doing well, and I can see that you are putting in the work. Thank you. So now, this is the last one, and let's dive into it. So we are back with webometrics again, and however this time we are going to this university. That's the University of Tennessee. Okay, so what is it that I am teaching about this one now? When you've come to a university, especially if the universities, you have to go to the department to find if there are funding. How do you know who to email in the department? That's why we're here. And you can see admissions and aid. You already know how to do that, academics and programs. And what I do is I type in the department that I'm going into the search button. And the search button is up here where you can and then I type in business analytics. Let's pretend that that's where I'm going, and then it brings me this. I click this, and then I come to this place, and then I go to faculty and research. Can you see that? And then I have list of names of professors and their emails and phone numbers. You don't call them, you email them, because they are busy people, and be hopeful that you receive response. If you do not receive response, nothing to be mad about. People are busy, but you can be hopeful that you would receive response, because most of these universities actually want you to attend their schools, right? That is the truth, right? So apart from using the web page of the department to find names of professors that can be helpful, and another thing, when you are writing your SOP, that's your statement of purpose, you need to state names of professors in the department that you would love to work with in some cases. And how do you know who to state in your SOP? Through this kind of search. And you read the kind of research they do. What kind of research do they do? Find out by clicking. You click on this person, and then you learn to know about them. You can actually go ahead and find some of their published works, so that when you list them on your SOP that you would love to work with them, that you admire the kind of work they do, and it's related to the kind of research you like to do, whoever reads your SOP knows that you have done your research. Apart from this method, what other method can you use to know faculty or even GTAs in the department? That's another trick about it. If you can see that there are GTAs, just the same way that we find faculty here, you can also type in GTAs and type the department. You will find the list of GTAs if they do have. And some departments don't have GTAs actually. Let me just be upfront with you. Okay, so what other ways can you use? LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn page. Follow me on LinkedIn. I am on all social media platforms, so not all, but most of it. All right, so let's see. Let's search. So this is what I do. I type in University of Tennessee into my search button, and then I click it in. In fact, the university, this one is available on LinkedIn. We can see more results, but that's not what we're going to do. Now, take a look at names of people. Now, look at this. Graduate Research Assistant at the University of Tennessee. Now, these are people that if you know how to craft your cold email well, you can reach out to. And another thing that this might be useful for, social media can be extremely useful in this process. For example, if you are looking for the community, maybe Nigerian community, Kenyan community, Ghanaian community, or whatever community at all on a campus, you can also leverage on social media to find people that can link you up to those groups, right? That is that about that. I hope that information is helpful. What I say about locating professors that are full funding is, you go to the website of the department. What is the name of the university that you have proposed, that you intend to attend? Go to the department and check for the list of faculty in that department, right? And if you are able to get their names, see the kind of research work they do, then you also have their email. You can actually send very professional and polite emails to professors to ask questions. I want you to note this. Most universities have dedicated sessions or sections on their websites for international students who are looking for scholarship opportunities. All you have to do is to visit the websites of universities you are interested in and explore their scholarship offerings. Do you get that? Yeah. Let's talk about your work to do for today. Number 1, visit the websites of universities you are interested in. Explore the dedicated sections for international students and scholarship opportunities. Like I demonstrate to you in one of the videos, if you are able to locate a statement by the university that says that we fund international students and we provide graduate teaching assistantships, graduate research assistantships, and GA-ships. If they say that, if you can find that on their website, then that is a good score that you may want to look into. Of course, there is a caveat. There is a caveat. You need to be able to identify if your department is offering that kind of funding. All right, your second work to do is to make a list of 5 universities now that have automatic funding, which would be GA, GRA, or GTA for your area of study. Right? Of course, it would have to be universities that you love to attend. Number 3, I would also want you to make a list of at least 3 people in the departments you have discovered, and by people I mean professors in the departments that you have discovered have funding for their courses, right? Then draft an email making inquiry about the department and their funding opportunities. Of course, each time you are scrolling through the website of a department and you are looking at the faculty listed, make sure you are on the lookout for names like DGS. That's the Director of Graduate Studies, right? That might be somebody you want to send an email to and say, hey, I am interested in applying to your department and I wonder if there are scholarship and funding opportunities available for international students. They are always happy to respond. They are happy and excited to respond to your email. And it would happen sometimes that maybe you do not get a response or you don't get responses. That's fine. It is nothing to be mad about. Just put in the work, and when you get responses, leverage on those responses that you get. On this note, I am going to say a huge thank you to you for listening, and I hope that today you have been able to learn how to locate universities, departments, and professors with funding for international students. I am saying good luck to you on your search for schools and funding. Please like, subscribe, and share this channel with your network. Let us fly together. Have a good day and bye.